Right now, there's a gold rush of people coding with AI, and almost every single one of them is going to make exactly $0. Not a little, zero. And here's the part nobody in the hype machine will tell you. It is almost never because the build was bad. Most of them weren't. Most of them look great, and they die broke anyway. Because the person built something cool instead of something somebody would actually pay for. Everybody's coding, almost nobody's earning. And the gap between the two has almost nothing to do with how good you got at coding, and almost everything to do with what you pointed all that cheap coding at. Stick around, because I'm going to hand you the exact lens that separates a build that makes money from one that just feels productive. And by the end, you will look at your own ideas completely different. I'm Alex Brockway. A year ago, I couldn't write a single line of code. Today, real companies run on software I built, and on this channel, I show you exactly how it's done. So here's the shift that explains the whole mess. And the second it lands, the rest gets obvious. For basically all of history, the hard, scarce, expensive part was building the software. If you could build it, you had something rare, and rare is where the money lived. AI broke that. The scarce part is no longer, can you build it? You can build almost anything now. The scarce part is building the right one, the one somebody will actually open their wallet for. Cost didn't vanish, it moved off the coding and onto the judgment of what to code. And that is exactly why the gold rush is full of broke builders. They got world class at the part that stopped being valuable and skipped the part that became everything. So let me hand you the lens that fixes it, because this one rule is what the whole premium course is built on. A build makes money when one rule holds. The value of the outcome it produces is way bigger than what it cost you to build it and run it. AI crushed the cost side down toward nothing. So the entire game moved to the other side of that equation. The outcome. If the outcome is worth a lot to somebody, you win big, because it barely costs you anything to make. And if the outcome is worth nothing, it does not matter how clean or how clever the code was. Nothing times cheap is still nothing. Tattoo that on the inside of your eyelids. Let me make it real. Picture a painter who builds himself a little tool that turns a 5-minute walkthrough into a finished, priced proposal on the spot. Something that used to eat an hour of his evening after every single job forever. What is that worth to him? Hours of his life back, more bids out the door, more jobs won, cheap to build, enormously valuable outcome. That one prints money. Now picture the to-do app. Beautiful, clean, works perfectly, worth nothing. 1,000 free ones already exist. Nobody's real pain got solved, and not one person is reaching for a credit card. Same coding effort on both, opposite results. And the one difference between them is the value of the outcome. That is why most of the gold rush makes zero. They keep shipping gorgeous to-do apps and wondering why the cash register reads zero. So from today, you judge every idea by the outcome, never by how cool the build is. Now let me sharpen that into a filter you can actually run an idea through. A build makes money when it kills a problem that's expensive, recurring, and painful for someone who has the money to pay you and has that problem right now. Every word in that earns its place, and the money, it hides in the exact opposite of where everyone's looking. The boring work, invoicing, scheduling, onboarding, the unglamorous operational mess buried inside some specific industry nobody fun wants to touch. Boring is where the money lives, precisely because it's boring. It's expensive, it's constant, and none of the clever builders will go anywhere near it. So when an idea makes you a little embarrassed at how unsexy it is, pay attention. That embarrassment is usually just the sound of money. Okay, the part everybody is secretly scared of, changing for this. The single most expensive mistake there is charging for your time. AI made you 10 times faster. So the second you price by the hour, you just cut your own pay tenfold for the exact same result. Your customer does not care how long it took you. They are buying the outcome. So when you price against their value, not your cost, the painter's tool throws off $1,500 a week of value to him. So a couple hundred a month is an easy yes, and you are nowhere near what it's worth. And let me be honest about the actual numbers, because this is where the internet lies to you the hardest. Your feed is screaming, $2,000 an hour, AI millionaire by Friday. Forget all of it. Here are the ranges you can say out loud to a serious buyer and actually defend. Senior AI architects and consultants doing exactly this work command somewhere around $200 to $500 an hour. Day rates land around $1,500 to $3,000 a day. That is a genuinely excellent living, and it's defensible. You can quote it to a chief financial officer without getting laughed out of the room. The famous 1,000 an hour figure plastered on every thumbnail is real, but it sits at the elite edge. It's a ceiling, not where you start. And these are ranges, not a promise. Nobody can promise you a rate, and everyone who does is selling you something. That is just the real landscape, told straight. So, how does the money actually change hands? 3 real shapes, and they are the spine of this course. First, the agency pack. You sell your build and operate skill straight to a business as a service. They've got the expensive problem, you kill it, they pay you. And one person running this method now delivers what used to take a whole agency, 10 people, an office, real overhead. So you charge senior rates while your cost to deliver is a fraction of theirs. Second, the equity pack. Instead of billing for the outcome, you take a piece of the business itself. And third, the productized service. You stop building custom for every client and run the exact same machine for one kind of business over and over and over. And none of this is theory off a slide. I use this every single day on real production software that real companies run their operations on. The kind of multi-tenant system that used to need a funded team and a year of runway, built with this method by one person in a fraction of the time and the cost. That is not a pitch. That is just what's true now. And most of the gold rush hasn't caught up to it yet. So let me point you where to go from here. And I mean this. Come hang out with us. We run a school community at school.com/AIworks, and it is loaded. Nearly 10 hours of free training, including foundations, the free course that takes you from never having written a line of code to actually building real software step by step. A free library of starter templates and prompts, and a brand new video every single week. All of it free. Go join us, school.com/AI. And let me tell you exactly what the course is, because almost nobody knows, is the inner circle of that same community. And this video is the front door to it. If you want the whole business of this skill, the full lens, how to validate that anyone will actually pay before you build, pricing and packaging, so you stop leaving money on the table, the 3 packs pulled all the way apart, and the real case studies taken to pieces, that's the premium course this opens. We go deep, piece by piece, until you can run the whole play yourself. Plus, another 10 hours of the full library of templates and prompts and tools, and weekly access to me, directly to get your own build unstuck. What's free teaches you to code with AI. Premium teaches you how to get paid for it and puts you in the room with me. But you do not start there, and honestly, you shouldn't. Everything you need to begin is free. Grab the build kit and the free course at AI.com/start. Then come find us in the community. The build kit hands you the foundation this whole skill sits on top of. How to actually direct AI to build real software instead of the broken garbage most people end up with. And the free course shows you how to use it. Go grab the kit, work through the course, ship one real win. Head over there. We want you over there. And if any of what I just said sailed a little over your head, good. That means the free course is exactly where you belong. Nobody starts in the deep end, including me. So that's the lens, the difference between a build that just feels productive and a build somebody actually pays for. Stop shipping cool, start shipping the outcome, and hit subscribe. I put out a new video like this every week. Every one a real piece of how I actually build. I'll see you on the next one.